What is going on, everybody? Coming at you with another video. First full week down. I gotta turn the heat on here because the window's fogging up. It's raining. That should be good there. I don't know how loud that's gonna be. But another week down at the job, or I should say the first full week down. We pretty much got all the vacant units cleaned out. Some of them are staged. We just got to go around with the truck, get all the trash out, and then we can start actually working on all these vacant units. There's probably 10 vacant units. There's one that we couldn't do, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I was a little blown away. Well, I guess I can't really be blown away. But it's something that kind of was like, whoa. There's one unit number 5 in one of the apartment buildings. It's all padlocked off. So we went to try to clean it out. We had no idea. Nobody told us anything about it. But we tried to clean it. We went to go there. We didn't have a key for the padlocks. And they informed us that that was a meth lab. So I don't know what's going to be expected when we walk in there. I can only imagine that it's probably not. It's probably very, very, very bad. In regards to toxic stuff, I don't know the protocol for it. I think that's why they had us wait so we could have a meeting about it. The apartment's been vacant for 2 months, I believe. So like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of it or of what is going to happen. And I don't know what to expect going into it. But I think it's going to be an experience nonetheless. A lot of the other vacant units, it's just some furniture that needs to come out of there. Got to break it down, cut it up with a Sawzall, get it out, get in the truck, get them out. And then we'll have 12 units to turn over and get them ready. Now, the only thing that, from my understanding, right, is if you're an employer there, I think you can get a discount to be able to live there. But a lot of these apartments in this park that I work at, like I said, there's 320 units that are some are townhouses and some are apartments. There's 320 total units that we do work on. And nothing that is available is for people that pay actual rent. A lot of the other people get housing from the state, so they just absolutely destroy these places. So I asked them, I said, do you guys take these people to court? Because the amount of work we have to put into some of these apartments is insane. But from what I've gathered and the questions I've asked with state housing and stuff like that, is if people get evicted from state housing here in New Hampshire, they lose their housing and the state pays for the repairs to the property management company, which is good. Now, you got to be some sort of an asshole if you can't pay your $200 a month rent in your state housing and then you get evicted out of a state housing apartment and then you completely for life lose your housing voucher from the state, man. Crazy. I'm out here paying $1,700 to live in the fucking cut in the city, in the state where I'm from. You know, and it's like these people get these apartments and they I'm talking destroy. I've been in apartments where it is just absolutely floors covered in dog shit, cat piss, cat shit. It is some of the nastiest smelling shit I've ever fucking smelt in my life. I went into an apartment today, and I don't know, but I feel like some old person died, and there was literally under the bed, it looked like a body. It was decomposing, and it was dripping onto the fucking carpet. That's how bad it was. The kid I was working with was like, nah, dude, nah, that's not it. That's not it. You'd smell it. I'm like, bro, this apartment smells, number one. And these dark spots on the floor look like somebody had died in here and it had decomposed and dripped onto the carpet. But then I was thinking, well, maybe, you know, if that's what happened, then there'd probably be some sort of quote unquote crime scene cleanup to be able to clean that up, cut the carpet out, make sure nothing is seeped into the wood stuff like that. Absolutely some of the nastiest stuff I've seen. Sometimes I've thought about how my apartment is messy until I go into these places and I'm like, how do people live like this? Every day that I do this and I go into apartments like that, my laundry goes in a bag and sits outside, and then I take it to the laundromat and do that. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, the moral of the story is next week we'll be going in, cleaning out a former meth lab, and we'll start these apartment turnovers. I'm getting ready to start my weekend. I'm not on call this weekend. The other kid is. I was on call last night, didn't get a call, but I will be on call the following weekend. So we'll see what happens. There's certain emergency calls we go out for, and there's stuff we don't. But that's that. There was also one more thing. There was also a emergency call I had today where there was water. A lady said she ran her sink and water was leaking out under the stove. Pull the stove out, turn the faucet on. I could see it leak, look under the cabinet, don't see anything. So I'm like, all right, bro. I'm with the other kid because we've been doing this together. So we got to cut this cabinet out and we got to see the piping that goes in the wall. Lo and behold, cut it open. Sheetrock's moldy as hell. It's like clay. And then next thing I know, all of a sudden, I turn the water on and the complete big copper pipe is split. So yeah, that's all I got for this one, guys. Hope you guys had a good week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.